Welcome to the channel, coin collectors and history lovers. In this video, we're exploring some of the most valuable UK 2 pence coins found in circulated condition. These coins may seem common at first glance, but certain designs and minting years make them highly sought after by collectors across the world. We'll take a closer look at what makes these 2 pence coins special, their hidden details, and how to spot one that could be worth far more than its face value. So get ready to discover the fascinating world of the UK 2 pence coin. Let's get started. First up, the 1985 2 pence coin from the United Kingdom, a small but fascinating piece of British coinage that carries both charm and heritage. Even though it's a modern decimal coin, the 1985 2 pence has its own unique appeal, especially for those who enjoy collecting circulated coins that reflect everyday British life. The 2 pence coin, often called the 2p, is part of the decimal coinage system introduced in 1971. It replaced the old pre-decimal coins like the penny and shilling, marking a major change in the UK's monetary history. By 1985, the decimal system had been well established, and this coin was a familiar sight in wallets and cash tills across the country. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This version of the Queen's portrait was first introduced in 1968 and continued to be used on British coins until 1984, but the 1985 issue still carried this design on some coins. The portrait shows Her Majesty wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a beautiful piece of royal jewelry that adds grace and dignity to the design. Around the portrait, the inscription reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1985, which stands for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. These words remind us of the deep historical and constitutional traditions tied to British coinage, connecting modern coins to centuries of monarchy and national pride. Flipping the coin over, the reverse design features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a crown surmounted by a plume of 3 ostrich feathers, accompanied by the motto Ich Dien, which means, I serve. Beneath the emblem, the words 2 pence are displayed proudly. This design, created by Christopher Ironside, is simple, regal, and instantly recognizable to anyone familiar with British coins. The 2 pence coin is made of bronze, composed of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. It has a diameter of 25.91 millimeters and weighs 7.12 grams. Because of its high copper content, the coin has a warm, reddish-brown color that changes beautifully with age, especially on circulated examples like the one we're discussing today. In circulated condition, a 1985 2 pence coin often shows signs of gentle wear, light surface scratches, minor fading, and soft details on the Queen's hair and the feathers of the Prince of Wales badge. These marks tell the story of its time in circulation, passing through the hands of everyday people across Britain during the 1980s and beyond. Coins like this one might not seem rare at first glance, but they represent the everyday economy of the United Kingdom, from buying sweets at the corner shop to paying for bus fares or newspapers. The 2p coin played a practical role in daily life, making it a nostalgic piece for those who remember using it regularly. Although the 1985 2 pence coin does not carry a mint mark, it was struck at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales. The Royal Mint has produced billions of coins for the UK and other countries, maintaining a standard of quality and artistry that is admired around the world. When examining your own 1985 2 pence coin, pay attention to details like the sharpness of the lettering, the condition of the Queen's portrait, and the overall color of the metal. Even circulated coins can be quite attractive if they've aged naturally and retained a balanced patina. Avoid coins that have been heavily cleaned or polished, as this can reduce their appeal to collectors. The 1985 issue also has some minor variations in tone and strike quality, which can make collecting multiple examples interesting. Some coins may show deeper red tones, while others develop darker brown or even greenish hues due to oxidation over time. This natural color change gives each coin its own unique personality. Collectors often include the 1985 2 pence coin in their decimal coin sets, as it represents part of the mid-1980s series before design updates were introduced later on. While its face value remains small, its collectible value lies in its story and its connection to British monetary history. For those who enjoy collecting circulated coins, pieces like this are a great starting point. They're affordable, easy to find, and full of historical meaning. Even a circulated 1985 2 pence coin reflects the craftsmanship and consistency of the Royal Mint's production, as well as the strength of the British coinage system. It's fascinating to think how many hands this coin might have passed through, from workers, students, and families to shopkeepers and travelers. Each mark and scratch tells a silent story of its journey through everyday life in the UK. Coins like the 1985 2 pence also highlight the evolution of British currency. Later years would see changes in metal composition and designs, especially as production moved toward copper-plated steel in 1992. That makes the earlier bronze coins like this one even more appealing to those who appreciate traditional minting materials. If you hold a 1985 2 pence coin in your hand today, take a moment to appreciate it not just as currency, but as a piece of living history, a coin that reflects the stability, craftsmanship, and tradition of the United Kingdom. Whether you're a serious numismatist or simply curious about coins from the past, the 1985 2 pence is a wonderful example of how even circulated coins can tell rich stories. It's a piece of British life, a token of the everyday, and a reminder that history isn't just written in books. Sometimes, it jingles right in your pocket. So, if you've got a 1985 2 pence coin at home, take a closer look. It's more than just a coin. It's a story of time, people, and history captured in copper, and a perfect addition to any coin collection. Next up, the 2001 2 pence coin from the United Kingdom. Though it might look like an ordinary coin at first glance, this small piece of copper-plated steel holds a piece of modern British history and represents an important era in UK coinage. If you enjoy discovering the details and hidden beauty in everyday coins, you're in the right place. The 2 pence coin has been part of the UK's decimal currency system since 1971, replacing older denominations after the country moved away from the pounds, shillings, and pence system. The 2001 issue continues this legacy and remains a popular collectible among those who enjoy modern British coins in circulated condition. On the obverse side of the 2001 2 pence coin, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This was the fourth official portrait of Her Majesty used on British coinage, introduced in 1998. The design is famous for its realistic depiction of the Queen, showing her wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The initials IRB can be seen just below the neck, a subtle signature of the artist. Surrounding the portrait, the inscription reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2001, which stands for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. These words, rich with tradition, are a reminder of the monarchy's long-standing connection to British coinage and the nation's identity. Turning the coin over to the reverse side, we see the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, along with a ribbon that bears the motto, Ich Dien, meaning, I serve. Below the design are the words, 2 pence. This iconic design was created by Christopher Ironside, whose work continues to define the look of British decimal coins. By 2001, the 2 pence coin was no longer made of bronze like earlier issues. Since 1992, the Royal Mint had changed the metal composition to copper-plated steel, giving the coin a slightly different tone and feel. This change was made to reduce production costs while maintaining the coin's traditional appearance and size. The coin weighs 7.12 grams, has a diameter of 25.91 millimeters, and a smooth edge. Its reddish-brown color gives it a warm and familiar appearance, though over time, circulation can cause it to darken or lose some of its original shine. Many coins from 2001 show light wear and small marks, adding character and proof of years of everyday use. In circulated condition, the 2001 2 pence coin might not appear rare, but it represents an important era in British minting. It was struck in large quantities for circulation by the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, South Wales, but coins in better preserved condition are always more desirable among collectors. When examining your own 2001 2 pence coin, look closely at the details. A strong strike with clear lettering, visible feather lines in the Prince of Wales badge, and minimal surface damage can make your coin stand out. Even circulated coins can hold collector interest if they retain sharp detail and a natural patina. Because the coin has no mint mark, all 2001 2 pence coins were produced by the Royal Mint, which serves as the central minting authority for the United Kingdom. Despite the lack of a mint mark, coins may show slight variations in color or tone, depending on how they've aged over time and their exposure to the environment. The 2001 issue is also interesting because it came during a time of growing popularity for coin collecting in the UK. Many collectors began saving decimal coins by year, making the 2001 2 pence a key date for completing full collections of modern coins. Coins like this one also tell us about everyday life in early 2000s Britain. Imagine how many small purchases this coin might have helped make, from morning newspapers to parking meters, or perhaps a child's pocket money. These little moments of exchange are part of what makes circulated coins so meaningful to collectors. Over time, the design of the 2p coin would evolve, especially with the introduction of the Royal Shield design in 2008. That means coins like the 2001 version now belong to the earlier design era, which gives them a special place in modern numismatic history. Collectors often appreciate coins like this not for their rarity or value, but for their story. A circulated 2001 2p coin may only be worth its face value in the market, but as part of a full-date collection or a historical display, it holds real sentimental worth. It's also worth noting that environmental changes can cause these coins to develop unique tones over time, from deep reds to dark browns or even greenish spots. This oxidation process gives each circulated coin its own personality, making them distinct and beautiful in their own way. If you're interested in starting or expanding a decimal coin collection, the 2001 2p is an easy and affordable piece to find. It's a great example of a coin that has lived a full life in circulation while retaining its design charm and connection to British history. So next time you come across a 2001 2p coin, don't overlook it. Take a closer look at its details, its tone, and its condition. It's not just a small coin, it's a miniature artifact of the United Kingdom's modern history, a symbol of its monarchy, and a reminder of the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint. Whether you collect for fun or for the love of history, the 2001 2p coin is a simple yet meaningful addition to any collection. Sometimes, the most ordinary-looking coins have the most extraordinary stories to tell.